You know, voice assistants are pretty much everywhere these days. They're on our phones, in our smart speakers, even in our cars. And when they answer us, it can feel, well, kind of like magic. But it's not. It's all technology. So let's pull back the curtain and see exactly how they do it.
I mean, it seems so simple on the surface, right? You ask a question, and it gives you an answer. But what's really going on in that little pause? That split second between you talking and it talking back? Well, your voice is going on this incredible, high-speed journey, and we're going to follow it step by step.
Okay, let's take a super common one, something we've all probably said. This simple little question is basically the starting pistol for a really complex chain of events, which makes it the perfect thing for us to track from beginning to end.
So think of it like this. We're about to go on a road trip, but for your voice. We're going to follow its path from the exact moment the words leave your mouth to the second you get a response back. So, buckle up.
Every journey has to start somewhere, right? For a voice assistant, that first step is the wake word. This is the key that literally unlocks everything that comes after.
Now this brings up a huge question people always have. Is my device always listening to me? And the answer is, kinda yes, but only locally. Nothing gets sent to the cloud or the internet until you say that magic phrase. This doorman analogy is perfect. It's just standing by, waiting for that specific knock before it even thinks about opening the door.
So what is a wake word, really? At its core, it's just a unique sound pattern. It's the audio fingerprint that acts as a trigger, telling the device, okay, now it's time to pay attention. Start recording what comes next and send it up to the big servers for the real processing to begin.
All right, so the device is awake, it's recording. Now for the next big hurdle. It has to take the raw sound coming out of your mouth and translate it into something a computer can actually read. And that something is, of course, text.
And how this happens is honestly pretty cool. First, the microphone captures the sound waves of your voice. Then it converts them from an analog signal to a digital one. But here's the really clever part. The system then breaks your speech down into its absolute smallest units of sound. These are known as phonemes. And it uses those little building blocks to figure out what words you said and generate the text.
This whole translation process has a name. It's called automatic speech recognition, or ASR for short. And the easiest way to think about it is this. If the whole system was a person, ASR is just its ears. Its only job is to hear the words correctly, which is way, way harder than it sounds, you know? You have to factor in different accents, background noise, even just someone having a stuffy nose.
So, okay, the ears have done their job. The system now has the text, "What's the weather today?" The words are there, but is that enough? Can the system actually do anything with just a string of text?
No way. Because just hearing the words is one thing. Actually understanding the meaning, the intent behind them, that requires a brain. And this is where the system's real intelligence finally kicks in. Here's a perfect way to think about it. Imagine one person says, "Play heat waves," and another person asks, "What are heat waves?" The words are almost identical, right? But the intent is completely different. One is a command to play a song. The other is a question asking for a definition. The system has to know the difference. And that is the job of natural language understanding, or NLU. This is the AI brain of the operation. It goes way beyond just the words on the page. It analyzes grammar and context, drawing on trillions of data points to figure out what you actually want it to do. So it really just boils down to this. You've got the ears, the ASR, and their only goal is to hear what you said. They take in sound waves, and their output is a text string. But then you have the brain, the NLU. Its goal is to understand what you meant. It takes that text string as its input, and its output is a command that the system can actually act on.
So the brain has figured it out. It's cracked your intent. Going back to our original question, it now knows you want the local weather forecast. So what happens next? Well, now it's time to actually take action.
This is the part where the system reaches out to the right service. For our weather question, it queries a weather API. If you asked it to play a song, it would ping a music library. For a trivia question, it would search a massive knowledge database. It's basically the digital version of reaching for the exact right tool for the job. And here is the part that is it's just staggering. That entire process we just talked about, from the sound leaving your lips to the wake word, the ASR translation, and the NLU understanding, all of it happens in less than 1 second. It's an absolutely mind-blowing feat of engineering. But hold on, the journey isn't quite over yet.
The system found the answer. Let's say it's 72 degrees and sunny. But right now, that's just data sitting on a server. It needs to get that information back to you in a way you can actually understand.
And this is where it all comes full circle. This is text-to-speech, or TTS. This amazing technology takes that written answer and synthesizes that natural-sounding voice you hear, completing the round trip for your original question.
And this timeline just puts that incredible speed into perspective. Look at this. At 0 seconds, you speak. Just a tenth of a second later, the wake word is detected. By 0.3 seconds, your speech is now text. At the half-second mark, the system understands what you meant. 0.7, it's already taken action. And by 0.9 seconds, you're hearing the response, a full conversation, in the blink of an eye.
So, in the end, it really isn't magic. What it is an incredibly fast and sophisticated dialogue between you and this massive global network of complex systems, all working together in perfect harmony just to get you an answer.
And that kind of leaves us with one